Here's a quote that might haunt you for the rest of your life.
What you call love was invented by guys like me to sell nylons.
That is from the show Mad Men, which was actually full of lines like that. And if you only know this show from the memes, or if you think it's just kind of a soap opera that takes place in the 1960s where a bunch of handsome people all have affairs with one another, the show is actually really interesting because it is trying to answer the question, why is the world like this? Why are people like this? And its answer is that in the post-war years, there was a small group of advertising executives who basically created a template for what a modern life was supposed to look like. That up to this point, the world had things like tradition and religion and culture that taught people how to live their lives. But along came this era of television and mass media and consumerism where people had more spare time and more spare money. And what this show is saying is that at this point, a certain group of people came in and kind of took the controls of the culture. These were the advertisers. Because the way they were going to sell you products was by saying, here is a portrait of what your life should look like. And it includes a car and a house and a picket fence and a boat and a pool and on and on and on. The main character is Don Draper, and his whole method for selling products is saying, this product will fill the emotional void in your life. And the way it will fill that void is by boosting your self-image in the eyes of everyone around you. In other words, don't buy this car because it's a good car or because it's comfortable. Buy it because you want to demonstrate to the people around you what kind of person you are. But the problem is, Don Draper is miserable. None of this fills the hole inside him because he's reaching a point in his life where he realizes that he has poured so much energy into the presentation, into convincing other people of what kind of guy he is, that he never spent time actually becoming that guy, that he is a mask with no face behind it.
You're born alone and you die alone, and this world just drops a bunch of rules on top of you to make you forget those facts, but I never forget.
And what the show is saying is that makes him perfect for advertising in the consumerism era, because he is creating a population of people just like him. When the counterculture came along and tried to reject all of these ideas about capitalism and consumerism, the advertisers just swallowed them up along with everything else. The final shot of the series is Don Draper making that Coca-Cola ad with a bunch of hippies on a hilltop singing about peace while holding their bottles of Coke. There is a reason why this show won a lot of awards but was not watched by very many people.